The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast.
Monday morning. Go on, Mitch, you do it. I mean, never did I think there'd be a day where I'd see Luttsy in the studio first. What's going on?
Oh, damn.
No, I know everyone's
from the
here.
loo.
I was in the kitchen with him. I think we got thrown because Ash did Mitch's sport, which is usually the cue for everyone to rush in here. Anyway, it's good to have you all here in the studio.
Good morning. Jesus.
I was on the toilet.
I knew you were on the toilet.
I did a Kerry Saxby Jr.
I don't know what that is.
Oh.
Is that what I was doing?
Has anyone ever heard of Kerry Saxby Jr. I want to do.
Well, I have, but yeah.
I have. She's super famous. You've never heard of her?
No.
Oh.
I don't know if you're trying to stitch me up here.
No.
Saxby Jr.
No, I'm really tempted to say call in if anyone's heard of her because I reckon no.
13 20
one.
410.
No.
Give us a call.
Anyone?
Well,
No
yeah.
Googling.
No.
Oh, yeah,
Googling.
people would have heard of us.
You reckon?
Well, you got to be over.
Well, I don't
If
know.
you're
You got to
under-
be over 40.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She was super famous.
I love how you said
I
40.
wouldn't say she was super famous.
I was going to say 50.
I know you were. I knew exactly where you were going.
Yeah,
You
when I
saved
say
yourself.
super famous.
Yeah.
I don't mean super famous.
She wasn't super
I
famous.
mean,
Anyone in this room in our studios, Alicia?
No way, Alicia.
No, Mitch. No.
I reckon.
I mean, Nick would.
That surprised me. I thought,
No, Nick's got no idea.
Nick doesn't even know either.
Oh, did I stump Nick?
Nick
Wait, I
doesn't
didn't hear the question.
When I say Kerry Saxby Jr., what do you think?
Juna.
Juna.
Nah, got nothing for you.
Good.
Oh,
Wow.
I love it.
Can't believe
I think
that.
of mullet. A mullet
Yeah.
on a lady.
Bit
Yep.
like Mrs. Irwin. What's her name? Bindy's mum.
Terry.
Yeah, but no fringe.
One of the
Yes.
first lady mullets, really, that I remember.
First lady mullet. I mean, that wasn't what she was semi-famous for.
Yeah. And she hung in there with that look too.
did.
Was it a mullet?
I reckon it was a
Yeah,
mullet
I reckon you called it a mullet.
because it was a spike at the front and then long at the back.
Yeah.
No one knows who she is.
I knew they wouldn't.
No.
Oh, what? No. Kerry Saxby Juna.
Juna.
Her maiden name was just Kerry
Kerry
Saxby. Oh God, this is making me laugh.
Let's take one
What an
call.
obscure
One call
reference.
really quickly.
Well, Joe, you don't know Joe?
Yeah, I know who she is. She's the famous Australian Olympic walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you what she did.
Glad we spent 3 minutes talking about her.
I can't even tell you what her...
No.
Do you remember what she won?
I was in a car
Did she
race
get
with
a
her once.
medal?
No. Oh, jeez. I wonder.
Something? She must have got a medal.
Well,
Something. Where was
She was-
why was she
famous.
so famous?
She was famous for a walker. She was more famous than Jane Savile, who nearly won the Olympics.
The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast.
The sad news overnight that Fat Man Scoop passed away over the weekend. He collapsed on stage at a gig in America.
Yeah, right.
What was
Yeah.
his thing with Australia? I saw a headline saying he's linked to Australia.
PM. Yeah,
PM.
I forget what it was.
Oh,
Nick
okay.
might know, but there was some controversy with Nick.
Yeah, a few years ago when ScoMo was in power, his social media team tried to do a bit of a video to everyone putting their hands up. If you've got like $10 in the air, put your hands up. All the ministers in Parliament putting their hands up, which was wildly out of touch.
That
and
very memorable campaign.
Yes. And obviously there's a hook in this song, in the explicit version, which didn't translate very well either.
Right,
Oh, right. Okay.
I'll put it up on our socials now.
okay.
Good.
Gotcha.
Not good
He was
enough for
only
him, but
50
good enough for us.
only 53.
He was young.
So he was on stage. The video I've seen, it looks like he's kind of walking back around to the DJ
Yep.
deck,
Yep.
and then
I guess for those who don't know Fat Man Scoop, because I know, Susie, you said you weren't too familiar with him. He was like the king of partying, I guess, is like he was, as Nick was saying, like $50 bill, put your hands up.
Yeah.
He'd travel around. He's like a party starter, like the sort of guy who just gets the party started. Lovely dude. Everyone
yeah,
loved
you met
him.
him a couple of times, eh?
Yeah, and he was just really friendly. Like he was a really down-to-earth sort of like... He puts his manager aside and he come chat to everybody, remembered your name.
Yeah, wow.
You know, you see him a couple of years later, remembered who you are, and he would have probably been like that for everybody. Which is, I guess, why his last words are so fitting, if you will. Like, there's videos for... I don't know if we'll post the video. It's pretty distressing.
Yeah, I watched it this morning. It's a lot because he literally falls over at the directly as he's saying the last word you're about to hear.
Yeah, and you can hear it in his voice. It didn't sound too good. Well, this is Fat Man Scoop's last words.
Winner, if you came to party, make some noise.
that literally drops dead.
And that's it.
Like,
That's
even as he's
scoop done.
saying make some noise, he's on the way down. Like, he literally dropped dead at that point. Full on.
Pretty cool last words, though, for him.
Iconic last words.
Yeah. Yeah, rest in peace, Fat Man Scoop.
The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast.
On Saturday night.
Saturday
'Cause
night.
A miserable night because I sat down to watch the Broncos, and I think I've been saying all week, I can't wait to, for this Broncos game
Yeah,
on
it
the
didn't
weekend.
quite turn out.
In your PJs and everything.
Your
I saw.
pyjamas.
Yeah. I was, right in front of the 70-inch screen.
Your
I was just like,
in your IKEA pyjamas?
yeah, I put them on. They didn't go down too well at home, actually.
I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not surprised either.
Everybody made me take them off. Yeah.
I had someone say best pyjamas ever.
Oh, yeah.
You check out our Instagram if you want to see what we're talking about.
Yeah. But, check out the Instagram. We've got our IKEA PJs up. But, no, I was in the search for Oasis tickets. Because
Yes, how did that go?
They came on sale. I thought it was going to be 6 p.m. Brisbane time, but you were right, Buzz. It ended up being 7 p.m. Brisbane time. Were you chasing them too, Alicia? There's so many people that I know were having a crack at them, and I didn't get anywhere near them. I think I sent updates through where I was at like. It wasn't too bad. I got straight into the queue. And if anybody got Oasis tickets from here in Brisbane, can you give us a buzz, 13 24 10? I'd love to know like where you started in the queue because...
Which concert, sorry?
So I tried for the Manchester concert, which is going to be on July. They got two, one the 11th and one the 12th. So I tried initially just for the Manchester, the 11th concert. Mm-hmm. And I think I was like 150,000th in line. Like by the time I checked in at 7 p.m, like I was there right. The Broncos were getting flogged. I was trying to get in. I was like, well, at least I'm in the queue. But they've got so many concerts as well. Like they go to Dublin, they go to Manchester,
Cardiff.
They play in Wembley, aren't they?
Yep.
As well. So I was like, well, that's not too much. 150 to be 150,000.
So you're not just for one concert, that's
in
for
line.
every concert.
Well, that's what I was assuming. Or maybe it was just for but that gave me a little bit of hope that I was like, I'm 150,000th in line for the whole of the tour.
Yeah, because Croke Park, Dublin would be amazing, I think. That'd be my pick.
Yeah, if you could choose. Yeah, well, I just thought their first concert back in Manchester, being their hometown.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that'll be a big one.
Geez,
they'd all be good. But I went from 150,000th in line and to when I gave up and I went, this isn't going to happen, which was after midnight.
After midnight?
What?
I had
You
it
stayed
in
up
bed
till
and I just kept refreshing on it. I was up to... I was inside 100th out, but then I was like, this isn't going to happen. And then I woke up in the morning and I was like, I wonder if I'm still in line, and it had faded out and I had to start again.
Alicia sent that funny thing through. Was it that Oasis broke up?
Yeah.
Yes,
Whilst everyone was waiting.
Yes. I think you'd get a message.
It's already happened.
Sandy out of Clontarf. So did you get you got them, did you?
I did. When I joined, and it was 6 p.m. our time, I was 9,400 and something in the queue.
Oh, wow.
And 90 minutes, and I got stand-in tickets. Yeah.
To where?
Couldn't believe it.
To where?
Pardon?
Where's the concert?
To Wembley. Wembley.
And was Wembley that what you selected, or do you reckon you were in line for all of them and it picked it randomly? Like,
No, I'd actually picked the date first, and then it put me in the queue for that date, which was the 3rd of August.
Okay, well, see, then maybe I was 150,000th in line for just that Manchester Heaton Park tour.
Yeah.
That's what Alicia's saying too. Yeah, well, my boy Levi was there at 21st, and there was somebody at the 21st, one of the parents was trying to get Oasis tickets, and Levi reckons that they got theirs like within about 25 minutes too.
Really?
It sounds like people started at 6 and you started at 7.
I couldn't get into the queue until 7.
There might have been a pre-sale or something.
Yeah.
Did you sign up for that actually? Because Ash,
No, I never did the pre-sale thing.
did you, Sandy?
No, I didn't. No, just on Saturday at 6 p.m.
There we go.
Is that a good way to? Is that how tickets roll now? Is that the best way they can do it? I've been trying to get tickets like that ever.
I like that more than because I remember lining up for Taylor Swift tickets and you had no idea where you are.
Online?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone Is there ticket
Yeah,
text?
whether it's
Well,
different.
this was
for Taylor Swift and-
Ticketmaster UK, so I don't know if you'd be
Yeah.
able to buy them in Australia.
Is that the last time? Is it all the tickets sold now?
They have 17-date tour. That's what they announced, and they're all sold out.
Wow. In what period of time did they say, I wonder? Obviously, probably about 90 minutes.
Well, it was done by the morning, Suse.
Yeah.
Got one more here if you want to.
Yeah, Sandra, Race View. You got some, did you?
I did.
Oh, to the Manchester gig.
Yes.
Oh, good on you.
What
What did they cost you?
is it a similar story where you 90 minutes? What happened?
I started at 7, got them at 9:30, and I was 63,000 in the queue.
Wow.
Maybe if you had maybe you did get them and then it blanked out. You know, you maybe.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so it was like, $1,355.
We'll swap you a $100 Finn McCool's voucher, Sandra, for your tickets.
Oh, yeah, my sister would kill me.
The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast.
This is a play along at home one.
Ooh.
And also to make you feel better, regulate your nervous system. It's a Monday morning, so let's try and keep calm, everyone. They say that you should start humming more because when you're humming, you can't have thoughts. I want to try this. You can't have thoughts while you're humming. When you hum, you create a space between your thoughts and your nervous system. Should we try it?
I like this. I guess when you have to see that meditation, people do the hum.
Yeah, well, the next thing from this humming is meditation. So when you hum, you stimulate your vagus nerve. You heard of your vagus nerve? I've only heard of it because it's some sort of sympathetic reaction that you get. So my mum got it when, so it slows down all your heart rate and everything.
What's it called?
Your vagus nerve. It calms your nervous system.
What a weird name.
Vegas.
Named after the most exciting city in the world.
I was going to say, I've initiated my Vegas nerve.
Your vagus nerve is really different to that.
Yes.
It's spelt different. VAGUS. The vagus nerve. The reason I say my mum had a knee operation. Every time they went to cut into her knee, her vagus nerve was triggered and her heart rate just really dropped. It's some sympathetic. By sympathetic, I mean your body does it without you noticing it. So if you do enough humming, it turns into meditation. Yes, but I don't know. Do you reckon you don't think when you hum?
I don't.
Let's try it. See, I'm thinking.
I'm totally thinking.
I'm thinking I sound like an idiot. Why am I doing this break?
Yeah, I was thinking then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it must be if you do it a bit stronger.
Okay.
Let's have a look.
I think maybe if you tried it.
Oh yeah.
He had his vagus nerve going here too.
What's the story behind this? Is this something he did in real life?
He just ad-libbed it. I think that's the story, isn't it, Mitch? He ad-libbed it, and then they went, no, we'll use this. This is gold.
Because he also ad-libbed that saying he does, all right, all right, all right. He ad-libbed that in a movie.
There's the best little clip on that. I sent that to you just a couple of weeks ago, didn't I, Mitch? The one of Matt McConaughey and how he got onto the word of all right, all right.
We were just talking about it, I didn't see the video,
Yeah.
It's in his book. I recommend his book, honestly. His book is called Green Leaves or Green something. He talks about his whole acting and his life and everything. It's
All right.
and he was waiting to walk out in his scene, right? Didn't he? And he wasn't sure what he was going to say. He came up with that.
The one I looked at, he said it was his first scene ever in a movie, and he was sitting in the car and he was listening to The Doors, Jim Morrison, a live concert in between takes. Let's find the clip. It's out there somewhere, and Jim Morrison actually says on stage, all right, just before he came in.
All right.
It was something like that.
Yeah, right.
We can find it, though.
Yeah, we'll come back with it.
The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast.
Right. Okay.
I've been waiting for this all week.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question straight off the bat. What's your favourite band?
Fleetwood Mac.
Okay, Fleetwood Mac. When were they from? I mean, I'm not even kidding here. They would have.
Oh, geez.
1970s. They would have
The
actually
70s.
became a band. Ashley, favourite band? I think I can already answer
I'll
this.
say Oasis at the moment. Yeah.
Oasis. When are they? They were probably the late 80s or early 90s. They would have
90s, yeah.
gathered.
90s.
So that's going back a little bit. I spoke to Buzz about this on the weekend. I heard this really interesting stat. And I ran it past Buzz, and he thought it was pretty interesting as well.
Can I change my band now then?
Yeah, what do you want? Go on.
Something a bit more current.
Well, you've got to go with it.
Well,
that's the point.
What is it? What is a current one?
Oh, God. I can't think of one.
Well, that's the point.
I can't think of one.
So,
Radio.
so there's some stats. Now, look, these are
Yeah.
English stats. Keep that in mind, okay? This is the British music industry because these are the stats I found. Around weeks at number one in different times for bands. So, you know, your Oasises and your Fleetwood Macs back in the day. We're trying to think of one
current
more
band?
current. It's a very good point. It actually strengthens my position here because to give you an idea around some stats around the top 40, this is in the UK, number one. So top 40 number ones and how many weeks they spent at number one. In the first half of the 90s decade, of the 80s rather, the 80s decade, so from 1980 to, you know, for 4 or 5 years, bands were at number one for a total of 146 weeks. In
Average time.
In the first half of the 1980s.
So from 80 to 85, there was 146 weeks that there was a band at the top of number
band,
one.
not a single artist.
A band.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
In the 90s, and the first half of the 90s, from 90 to 95, there was 141 weeks. Bands were at number one for 141 weeks.
About the same.
It's just fractionally less. Cut to this decade, so from 2020 to, well, where we are now, 2024, 3.
Really?
And one of them was a Beatles song, so, you know, which was re-released or whatever they call
Who are
it.
the other two?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Little Mix was one.
Coldplay?
Wow.
And the other one was not.
Well,
The other one
Spice
was
Girls?
the other one was actually an obscure collaboration, not really a band
Gotcha.
either.
Is your point the fact that there's far more individual artists now than there are bands?
So look at our playlist for our entire radio show today. I won't run through every name, but I'll run through the artists. I can do that pretty quickly. Miles Smith, Nick Jonas, Taylor Swift, Hosier, Troye Sivan, Miley Cyrus, Shabuzi, DJ Snake and Justin Bieber, Dasher, Cyril Dean Lewis, The Weeknd with Madonna and Playboi Carti, Carly Rae Jepsen, Charlie XCX, Ed Sheeran, Billie Eilish. Is it Ciara? Is that how you say it?
I'm scrolling. Yep.
Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars collaboration, and David Guetta and Sia. Not one band.
No bands.
How many bands would? And that's just not a Nova thing. I think you'd find maybe
And why?
some rocky stuff, some older stuff. But
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
I
Why do you
don't
think it's just
know.
single artists because it's more of a people get discovered through TikTok or?
I guess
that
so.
type of
I
thing?
think you could maybe say that because of
Everybody
because of
seems
that
to be-
culture now.
And then even if you do get a band, they can't break up quick enough to go off and start individual careers.
Individual stuff.
Is
Is it easy to make money? Is that what it is? Is it just harder to be in a band these days and make coin and touring, or is it easy just to do the solo thing? Is that it? I don't know.
And also, each you can have a specific skill set and then skew your skill set to being an individual artist. Like being a DJ, for example, is like something that now is a true individual pursuit.
Yes.
Yeah, how many DJs are on that, I wonder? Yeah, it's not even sort of their music, is it? They're sort of just putting it together.
Yeah.
Not just.
Yeah, you've got a lot of like producer style people
Yeah.
like DJ Snake, David Guetta.
I've had a look for the rest of the day as well. If you exclude the noughties at 9, which kind of feeds into your point about older songs.
Yeah.
There's 3 bands on our playlist
For
between 10 and 2 before Chrissy
Right.
takes over, and they're all older bands. So Blink 182, One Direction, Good Charlotte.
Right.
They're the only bands that we're
Wow.
playing.
It's an interesting stat.
And One Direction isn't around.
Exactly.
They all went off and did their own
Yeah,
thing.
they've split.
They've
They've
split.
off on individual
No,
things.
that's a really valid observation. So,
And it sort of happened without noticing it. Because and the question I said to Buzz out on the weekend, I said, like, where we used to say, what's your favourite band? I guess we now say, who's your favourite singer?
Or artist.
Or artist, yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I can't think of a current band. I'm really...
Off the top of your head, it's really hard to think of a current
Trying to-
band.
Well,
isn't
not
it?
one that we play on air. Like I think because you got a lot of like underground sort of. I like a
Yes.
lot of like very
still
obscure
exist.
music. Yeah, and I go see bands for gigs and stuff.
Yeah.
but they're not playing like bigger venues like River Stage.
No.
when was the last time that there was a band, a current band, that had a even a top 10 in Australia?
Current band.
Well, you think of, I'm trying to think of who I've seen at Suncorp Stadium. Like bands I've seen at Suncorp Stadium that have had a top 10. Not really. They're all sort of retrospective.
Yeah, like Fooey's.
Yeah, Fooey's,
Coldplay.
Shepherd?
Someone who
Pearl Jam. But did they bounce back into the charts? Not really.
Lockie, what's your stat about the ARIA's top 50 at the moment?
So I just checked the ARIA charts at the moment. The only band that's in the top 50 songs is NSYNC with Bye Bye Bye, and that's off the back of the Deadpool movie.
Wow.
I think the Killers are in the top 100 as well. Like I was looking, so
But NSYNC aren't together, are they?
No.
No, so that's
they've gone.
No, they've just re-released that song because of Deadpool.
So in other words, in the top 50 at the moment, there is not in Australia, there is not one band.
No.
Weird.
Like, think about that. That's crazy.
Right, we didn't even know. Oh, I didn't even notice that until you brought it up, and now it's like,
snuck up on us.
Yeah, crazy.
Madness, Buzz.
What's the world coming to?
I wonder if it'll bounce back.
The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Suse.
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Suse to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
Which way are we going here? Luke out of Yarrabilba.
Morning.
What's going on, mate?
Not much, just dropped my car off at the mechanics.
You what? Drop the car at the mechanics? Do I detect an accent?
Do I detect a metaphor? That's not even Buzz.
No, I didn't drop any in.
No. Are you there, Luke?
Yep, I'm here. Hello.
Do I detect an accent?
Yeah.
Okay. I think he's playing along.
He's dancing with us.
Good on you, mate.
All right, what's your go, Luke? You're having a day off today?
No, it's my rostered day off today.
RDO. Yeah, good, mate.
That's the one.
How good's that? All right, well, you got $200 and a chance at winning a BYD at 03.
Kids, but they're at school, mate. No gimp?
No, good to say kids are at school already.
Reading.
Yeah.
It's probably better for them than...
New Zealand? You from New Zealand, Luke?
Yes, from New Zealand.
Got it.
Random.
accent.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Luke, let's rock and roll here, mate. $200.
He's like, yeah, I'm ready.
Yippee-yay. Yeah. Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock and your time starts now. How many days are in March?
30.
Who plays Truman in The Truman Show?
I don't know.
In which city is the US Tennis Open held?
I don't know.
The Nile River flows into which sea?
The Dead Sea.
Spell cousin.
COUSIN.
Stop the clock.
Okay. That's weird. I mentioned the Truman Show to you just before. Outside, remember? We were on the balcony. You weren't even listening.
Mustn't have been paying attention.
But Susie wasn't there, so I mean, she hasn't got it in her head.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay, Luke, you finished with a little bit of time.
7 seconds.
7 seconds on the clock there. It ain't going to be enough, bro. You're up against it this morning. But the good news is that we've got a great gimp this morning. Janelle from Spring Mountain.
Oh.
In the sad face of the sad news that Fat Man Scoop died yesterday, this is her tribute to Fat Man as we bring in the gimp.
Susie wins on time on the Brisbane radio line. If her win falls off the track, gimp it up.
Let's go!
Who's gimping tonight? Who's gimping tonight? Oh yeah!
Tribute to Fat Man.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
Bet you poor Fat Boy Slim's going to put out a few fires this morning. I've already had 2 people say to me, Fat Boy Slim died. He's like, no, it's not me, it's the other guy.
Yeah.
Nick Michaels from Smooth said it to me. I said,
Really?
No, Nick.
Did he?
It's the wrong guy.
Who was he thinking?
I don't think they play...
I'd love that if they did a little.
I thought it was
either on
Fat Boy
Smooth.
Slim.
Praise you.
Well, what about Fat Man Vorton might be getting a few phone calls as well. Hey, Fat Man, hope you're okay.
Yeah, we should check on him down there at
Who's that?
Mermaid
down
Beach.
on the coast,
wherever he
on the
lives.
golf course
Yeah,
somewhere.
on the golf course.
Yeah,
you meant
call him the Fat Man.
I thought you meant the Fat Man, the other one as well.
Who's the other Fat Man?
No, the big man.
Big Man.
Oh, the Big Man. No, that's the Big
Daryl
Man.
Broman.
He doesn't
That's
say he's
the Big
fat.
Man.
He
There's the
doesn't say
Big
he's fat,
Man
you're right.
and the Fat Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope Nick Michaels plays a bit of
Mark
Fat Man Scoop on his show this morning
On Smooth. You
You're
can't
gonna
wake,
be
you can't wake
faithful?
up to Smooth with that.
10:08. Here's Fat Man Scoop. Be faithful.
Let's not send people over there. Come on.
Um,
Stay here.
Yeah,
Stay here with us.
Yeah. All right, 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. How many days are in March?
31.
Who plays Truman in The Truman Show?
I don't know.
In which city is the US Tennis Open held?
New York.
The Nile River flows into which sea?
The Red Sea.
Spell cousin.
Cousin.
Stop the clock.
I remember why I said the Truman Show now too.
Yeah, what was it?
Because we were sitting down a balcony. This is the middle of the show, Buzz.
I'm not
and
surprised.
Our conversation was around a dog we were looking at on a balcony,
that's right.
and how this dog, what is it thinking? And Has talks about his dog, how they put him in a lift and he comes up, and whether he thinks whether people just have rearranged everything for the new floor. And then I said he thinks so. The dog thinks he's living in the Truman Show where everyone is working to make his life happen.
I remember that now.
Yeah.
There's a little insight into how Luttsy and Ash think.
Oh, we were laughing.
Probably won't tell you about what we were speaking about last half hour. It was a different conversation, wasn't it?
That it was.
All right, there's no need for a 2K today, but can I have one just because I like the sound of it? Just a single one?
No worries, buddy.
Really?
Hey, Luke.
Tight.
Luke, was it as nerve-wracking as you thought?
No, that was very hard. I play every day on the radio and getting through. Your heart's just racing and there's a lot of pressure on.
It's hard.
It's a different deal, isn't it?
Luke.
Well, the kickback K is full, Luke, anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, come on, we'll be right. How many days are there in March? Now, Luke, you said 30. Sue said 31. 30 days, half September.
April, June and November.
April, June and
All
November.
the rest have 31. Except for blah, blah, blah,
February
blah,
has
blah, blah,
28 and 29 to sleep you.
Okay, so it's 1-0 Suze. Who plays Truman in the Truman Show? It was Jim Carrey.
Oh.
Great movie. I
haven't seen it.
I love that movie. I knew is it good to see that movie?
Yeah, I hadn't seen it
The
either.
wife reminds me of you, actually.
I'm not laughing until I
Now
see
you
the
got to
movie.
watch
I
the
haven't seen the
movie.
film.
It's really funny when you watch it now.
It is
you gotta watch
1-0
it.
to Suze. In which city is the US Tennis Open held? Luke, you said I don't know. Suze, New York City. New York City is correct, Mundo. By the way, congratulations to whoever won the trip that we had on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
That was announced on Friday. And the Nile River flows into which sea? Someone said the Cruel Sea or the Dead Sea.
Cruel Sea. That's a good band we forgot about.
Yeah, I said the Red Sea.
The Dead Sea and the Red Sea we had.
Oh,
the
did you?
Mediterranean
Oh.
it is. So it's 2-1 Susan. The final question, cousin, Cousin. Luke, that saved you from a pantsing, but it's a 3-1 victory.
We'll take that. We'll
O'Neill.
take that.
Take that.
That's good, mate.
That's another band. Take that.
They've broken up too.
Well, they're touring, I think, aren't they?
I think Luke was working with us there. He was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're fun, Luke.
Can I press you? No. It seems to work.
You can't get in the cave? What's going on? The batteries in the cave door are out, are they? You just haven't turned the cave on. Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's not working.
I've given him a cave.
When we go to air this, we'll fix it. We'll make sure that edit this bit out, Dill, so it never makes it to air.
I can't get in. The door's locked.
Oh, you want to go in again? No? Oh, that's okay. Well, what do you think would have been in the cave?
This isn't a proper cave. It's just like a little doorway near it. I can't get in properly. Luke,
Peek through the window.
mate,
and have a look.
are you a rugby league fan?
Yep.
Are you well, I've got Broncos tickets for
Just give it to
Storm,
him.
Suncorp Stadium, Thursday, September 5, mate. Shawnee
great
Johnson, that was great to see him in on a good note, wasn't it?
Oh,
Shawn
his
Johnson.
final,
What a great
final
player he's
play
been.
Yeah.
on a football field was winning a game.
Yeah, brilliant.
Great career.
Really happy for him.
Yep.
And I'll also give you a family pass to Lightscape as well. The global sensation Lightscape returns to the Brisbane Festival. Tickets on sale now at lightscapeaustralia.com. How good's Brisbane Festival?
So good.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, good on you, mate.
Go on, Luke.
Thank you.
The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast.
I mean, we already sort of talked about the Broncos, obviously, but 50,000 people at Suncorp. I didn't get there in the end. I got to Riverfire, which was amazing.
$500,000 down there.
It was
Is that what they
crazy
reckon?
down
They
there.
reckon, yeah.
What are
It
you
was
so low at
crazy.
the moment?
It's got a bad back, mate.
I can't see you. So that was great. I mean, it was great for me too because I was out and about everywhere and was able to speak athletics. I know we've had our athletics quota on the show today because we spoke about Jerry Saxby Jr. for half
Kerry.
an hour. Kerry, whatever her name is. But the World Juniors, a lot of local athletes were winning medals over, and so I was telling people about gout, and people were telling me about gout, which was amazing. That kid's gone viral. This is a young 15, 16-year-old kid now that is taking over the athletics world.
Is he still at school
He's,
at Ipswich?
He's a grade 11 at Ipswich Grammar.
Grade 11?
Yes.
Wow.
And he's at the under-20 world champs right now. So that's a whole other thing, but there's a lot of excitement around that. And then, of course, but Friday night, it all started for me at the Queensland's Hottest Ginger Awards.
Oh, yes.
Which was just magnificent. Big turnouts
Was
again,
it?
Susan. I think they had 20 girls and about 14 guys.
Wow.
That's all. And what's really great is that the guys are sort of, it's a very eclectic sort of group. There was one Scottish guy in a kilt.
Mm-hmm. There'd be a lot of redheads in Scotland, wouldn't there? You know, that heritage would
that's
would bode well to Scotland.
Where does the gene run strongest? Which country? Like, what are
I
your,
would suggest
what are your main stables?
Ireland.
I think so. as well.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, a touch of the England and Wales, but mostly Ireland, Scotland, I think, at the moment. And full breed Scottish ranger. There was Gabrielle was in the men's as well.
Where was he from?
I don't know, but was wearing a dress, a skirt.
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh,
everything.
Gabrielle.
Yeah, Gabrielle.
I saw a guy in a dress as well.
Where was that?
Riverfire.
Really?
I mean, guys can wear dresses now, is the point.
Yeah. You wear what you want.
So was there two new
So
champions
they
crowned?
crown a queen and the king.
Yeah.
And
Can you defend your title, or is it one and done?
I don't think anyone's ever done it.
Yeah.
But $1,000 in a modelling contract.
Oh, really? You get a modelling contract?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty
Is it
cool.
like a normal fashion show? Like they've got to answer questions, walk the catwalk?
They answer questions from me.
Really?
When I first did it, I was taking the mickey a bit years ago.
And now?
Well, I don't. Well, I do.
Why don't you ask Susan Ashton questions that you'd ask and see how they answer
Did
it?
you have a talent segment?
No, I wasn't getting that. No,
Great
it's
idea.
not that. It's just
No.
basically where you're from, what are you doing here. Is it your first time?
Oh,
It's pretty lame sort of stuff from
Right,
me.
right.
You know, I'm half pissed at the time. I mean, listen to that. But it was great. So $1,000, and no one's gone back to back yet. I don't think.
And
But a great night.
And do they turn into models? I mean, do they become paid professional models? Do you
A couple of them have been legitimate. Like,
that's cool.
When I say I don't take the piss too much, it's because year 2 and 3, the people were going, you're taking, they were saying, I should have won that. This is a disgrace. It gets serious.
Like a proper trivia.
It's like a proper thing. You can't mess with it. You know,
like that.
Even trivia nights.
The more serious you run the competition,
you
the
can't.
better that it is. Yes.
So I don't, well, another thing I do, there's 4 judges, so I just say, hey, not me, I'm just here to MC. Sorry.
I love you all.
I thought you were the best.
Yes.
I thought you were the best, Gabrielle. I said that.
Who did win? What was their name?
I got no idea.
The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast.
Previously on the search for Susie's missing car keys.
I've lost my keys at Bunnings. We went through all the cameras. 2 other ladies went to the toilet. She was wearing a black polo shirt. Mm-hmm. She had black long hair. I saw you near the toilet.
Is that actually
on
her?
the CCTV footage.
I'm so sorry. I do not have your car keys.
No.
Really good out.
Jeez, this is really turning into something, isn't it?
It is.
So who have we got today? We've got someone from the TV show Hunted.
Yeah, which is on.
Not just someone.
It continues tonight, by the way, 7:30, Channel 10 and 10 Play. It's the Chief, Reece Dewar, OAM.
Hello, Reece. Are you the?
Good to talk to you again.
Are you the detective?
I am a special operations operator and former officer. So yeah, I've hunted a lot of people in my time.
So where are Susie's keys?
Well, we're hoping we can get to the bottom of that.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what I've done so far and tell me if I've done good.
Yeah, because we don't know how we continue this at this point.
Yeah, I sort of feel like we've reached
It's getting desperate.
everything. So I've been back to Bunnings. I went to all the places that I visited and I looked at the CCTV footage. And we've currently, we had 2 ladies that I identified and someone drew their faces. One of them came into the show.
We found one of them.
We found one of them. We haven't found the other one.
So we had we had identity. What do you call it? The identikit photos or whatever, which an artist did for us. We found the brunette. I feel like the blonde woman is the person of interest that we need to find here, Reece.
All right. So what was the timeline between the 2 women actually entering? Did they enter simultaneously? Was there a gap? Anything like that?
Well, I went to the toilet at about 10:03. I came back to check the toilet.
You flushed at 10:05.
10:05. I came back at 10:22. The ladies from memory, one was in there about 10 10, and one was in there probably about 10, 15.
So 5 to 10 minutes was the time
Apart.
duration
Yeah, so
between
there's
the
a
flushing.
5-minute window.
Yeah. So what
Yeah,
is that a
so-
problem?
Well, what we're trying to determine is whether the two women are linked, right?
Yes.
So, whether there was one that's gone in and then the other one is a friend or anything like that. So when we actually interviewed that individual that you actually have had on your show, did we ask if there was a connection or anything like that?
She said there wasn't.
Did we ask that?
We didn't ask. We said that we didn't ask. We did not ask that. Damn it!
Oh my God.
Forgot to ask. That's just simple questions, Susan.
Oh, God. No, we didn't ask that. We just presumed.
I don't
that
think so, right?
They didn't know each other.
Because one woman was stocking shelves, and the other woman.
Here's the thing: we don't work on don't think so. So it's kind of like we've got to ask those direct questions to find out yes or no answers.
Assume.
And then once we've ticked that off, then we can go another line of avenue.
Because
so you've got to check. That's a great thing.
Well, we had Vari. Vari was the person we brought in.
Vari,
She works for Holman.
Yeah.
Then she sent us...
She's a stockist.
Well, she sent us some Holman products. Do you reckon that might have been to get us off her scent?
Yeah, we like her a bit because she sent us some free hoses. Yeah.
That's actually a lovely gesture. But did she? Was the question asked of? Did she see anything on the floor or in the bathroom when she was in there? Was there anything that she has fixed in her memory? Did she see those?
Tell me we asked her whether she see.
I think we asked, but none of us can remember.
We were just sucking up to her to get free Holman products.
Ask her whether she found the keys.
That's a good question. I don't
So
know.
you guys, when you do your investigation, I need you to start recording and writing this stuff down, okay?
Yeah.
Well, this is important. There's some serious flaws in
The topic
our...
turned hose fittings pretty quickly.
Do you think there's a chance, Reece, that the keys could have been flushed down the toilet? And if they were...
What were you doing?
Well, they're in my back pocket. And I went to the toilet and they could fall out of my
was
back
it a
pocket.
single key? Was it a group of keys?
No, it's a big,
It's a
big
single
thing.
key, but it's in a really big pouch, a man's pouch, like a man car pouch.
Yeah, it's one of those fancy sort of man pouch sort of things for those European cars.
Yeah, right. So
Japanese
it's
car.
just a vehicle key. So there is a possibility that it could have been flushed, especially if that that pouch is, is buoyant.
Yes,
so
which it is.
So there is quite a possibility of that. The
Weighing
question I
against
would ask.
Well, Sue says
Sorry?
she generally stands up and checks before she flushes, like as your
Well, there you
standard
go.
protocol.
I was going to say she generally stands up while she goes to the toilet.
Yeah. So the question I would ask Susie is that where were the keys when you were actually in the toilet? Were they in your pocket? Were they in your hand?
Good point.
That's what I can't remember. So I've got, your memory never works. So one of my memories says they're in my jean pocket. The other memory said that they were in my hand holding a plastic bag at the same time. And my third memory says that they were on top of the toilet roll holder. And that's where I put them. So I can't remember.
Right. Is that a common thing for you to do, put keys on top of toilets when you go to toilets? Or is that just
She's well known for it.
my hands were full, so I needed to put them there?
It is, unfortunately. It's a disgusting habit, I know, because that was very dirty.
Yeah, there is a
I
bit of-
agree.
there is a hygiene issue
There's a
here.
hygiene problem.
Just in relation, we're probably going to wrap this up and remind people again that the 100 Australia continues tonight at 7:30 on Channel 10 and 10 Play. If to find this blonde woman, what's the easiest way to find a blonde woman if we have some idea of what she looks like?
Yeah, right. So, listen, my next point of call would have been through your cyber systems or cyber security elements, looking for artificial intelligence to regenerate that sketch. And then once we've got that, we can actually put that on social media platforms.
Right.
And go through social media to actually hunt the individual that you're actually looking for.
Right. Yeah,
and then once we've got positive identification of that individual, then we can go further from there.
Okay.
Can you lend us the tech that you use on Hunted to follow credit cards and stuff, Reece, just in case?
Yeah, no, 100%. Like if we need further assistance, let me know. We'll get the cyber team onto it. The other one I would say is, did we talk to the Bunnings staff to see if any keys are handed in?
Yeah,
we have done that, so they're on alert too. I've also just realised that your first name is also a bathroom product that Bunnings stock. So if they're interested in giving us free stuff as well, we will
Plumbing.
accept Reece Plumbing.
That's exactly right. I'm everywhere.
That's so cool. Well,
thank you so much for that.
Yeah, enjoying the show, mate. So it's on again tonight, and thanks for that.
Yeah, awesome, guys. Thank you very much.
There he is, Reese, Chief Dewar, OAM. Hunted Australia continues tonight from 7:30. You can catch that on Channel 10 and 10 Play. If you have any information on Susie's missing keys, get in contact with us on social media.
The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast.
Cirque du Soleil arrives in Brisbane next month with Lucia. Book now. Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill's Jugglers.
I think it's this month it's arriving, end of September, now that we are in spring. This looks fantastic though. Cirque du Soleil never disappoints. If you've never been to a Cirque du Soleil, it's phenomenal, isn't it? There's nothing quite like it.
Oh, it's amazing. All the athletes that do it. A lot of
Really?
ex-Olympians, or whatever they are.
Gymnastics.
Olympians.
Yeah.
Gymnasts go and do it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And it's the venue's been locked in up near the Royal Queensland Golf Course, I'm going to say, Buzz, which is excellent as well.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I think that's...
Oh, it is, yeah.
I think it's at RQ.
Yeah, RQ, yeah.
Over it.
Yeah, up there at...
Oh, yeah.
You know, the North Shore, whatever they call it there.
Sophie out of Maruka. Yes, Sophie. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good. Now, it's a brand new competition, so we have two contestants for this. There's Sophie, and then we've got Andrew out at Wakeley. Andrew.
Hey, Andrew. That's me.
There you go.
I'm good.
That's all right. Your name will be your buzzer here, so you need to buzz in with your names
Oh, right.
first.
Andrew.
Or just buzz out, just yell out the name, the answer. What do you reckon, Buzz?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, I reckon name buzzer. Is that what you said?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
So name is your buzzer, yell that out, and you have to answer a music trivia question, but at the same time, answer a trivia question as well, because we're going to be playing music under you, and then you have to give us the name of the song, and you also have to answer the trivia question correctly as well.
So we'll play a song and we'll give you a trivia question. You've got to answer both.
All right, sounds good.
I'll give it a
Do you want
go.
to ask the question, Suze?
Oh, yeah, sure. Where is the question?
All right, so I'm going to start playing the song, Suze, and then you ask the question.
Oh, okay, right.
It's in purple there where it says,
Okay,
you
yes.
see it says question.
I was just having a little nap over here.
All right, here we go.
Which English rock band sings Wonderwall?
Sophie.
Andrew.
Sophie's in.
Definitely Sophie first.
So it's Oasis. And the song is,
There's a buzzer coming up. 2 seconds. 1 second.
no, sorry.
Does Andrew get a crack?
Well, Andrew wins just by default.
Just there.
Default.
Default.
No.
That's tricky. My brain frazzled then.
Yep. Well, that's why you got to juggle, like the folk at Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
Bit of play on words there. Unlucky, Sophie. Sorry, but Andrew, you've won yourself. Tickets to Cirque du Soleil, $500 dinner voucher as well. I believe this is the premiere night, the 26th of September on Thursday.
Oh, yes. How good.
Family will love it.
Can I just make an announcement?
Please.
Olympians, they're not ex-Olympians. I've had a few Olympians text me in.
Did you say ex-Olympians then?
Yeah, I did.
Susan O'Neill.
Is that a character for you, Suze?
Olympians
No such thing as an ex-Olympian.
are performers now in Circle.
Yes, Olympians.
Circle
Yeah. Nice to see there's plenty of Olympians listening to the show as well.
Yeah. Well, the most Olympianist show
President.
in Brisbane.
Olympianist.
There we go. Cirque du Soleil. It is arriving in Brisbane next month with Lucia. You can book now. We'll do this all week this week as well. So double pass to the opening night, Thursday the 26th of September, and $500 to spend on dinner while you're there as well.
The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast.
The Prince is on. The Prince is on. The Prince is on. He's on the streets. The Prince is on.
Now, there we go. I was about to say, oh my God.
Yeah, Mitch, explain what you're wearing.
We have Zoom here in the studio and he did a grand reveal. Mitch, come in.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Where's your head?
My head.
Where's your head at?
Well, for once, I never thought I'd get to say this, but I've got a small head. This is amazing. Shrink a bob. So,
how's it feel, buddy?
It feels different. It feels more normal. I feel like I'm going to be more accepted, or if I went too far in the opposite direction. So, got this tiny little head on top of this. Shrink a bob from Beetlejuice. Now, look, I'd like to be
Why do
sort
they
of,
call him Shrinking Bob?
Shrink involved.
I wonder with this little... I'm trying to do the head wobble here, but I feel like this head's going to fall from my head. But basically, I'm out here at the Grove Juice Bar here at Mansfield because the juice is loose, guys. Beetlejuice comes out this Thursday.
That stinks like Lockie.
Yeah. What's that? That was my own little segue into there. But this costume. Thanks very much for whoever decked me out in this. This has got the goods. But might be wearing this Nova's Night at the Movies event screening on Wednesday night. Where it's actually not too far from here. The event cinema's Carindale location. So if you want to score yourself and 3 mates some tickets, come on down here, the Grove Juice Bar, and to score your tickets here. As
we should say what you're wearing. Actually, it's bright yellow. It's an oversized yellow suit with a white shirt. A very 80s tie, striped tie.
And a shrunken head.
And a shrunken head.
I don't think you'd miss him, would you?
Yeah. I don't know that the 80s tie, if that's the deciding factor in whether they find me or not, I'm in real trouble. I think it's the shrunken raisin head.
Yep.
And
raisin head.
The good news is, Mitch, is that with a shrunken head like that, your shoulders look massive.
Yeah.
Like he looks like an
NFL player.
Adonis, yes.
Yeah. I'm basically wearing like a life jacket inside this suit, and then with this tiny head, and I can sort of just see through enough to see the road in front of me. So come down here, try to avoid running me over in this very bright, very fluorescent yellow suit, and score yourself some tickets. You and 3 mates.
I love that someone just walked past you. Then I don't know if they were walking their dog or whatever. They didn't even look twice.
Because you're not as if you got a microphone or anything. You're just walking around like you're on the phone.
Yeah.
You've got to go see Mitch, by the way, to get these tickets. So you've got to go meet Mitch to win these VIP Nova's Night at the Movies tickets.
Yeah, don't make me do this just for me. I don't want to have wasted it. So, there's another car just driving past. I think they gave me a little look. They look like they slowed down a little bit, but like that other gentleman just walking past. So, I don't live in Mansfield. Surely this isn't just what happens in Mansfield every day, right? This can't be the norm. This has got to stand out. So
just Monday morning, mate. It's just another Monday morning.
Hey, you never know.
So one more time, Mitch, where are you?
The Grove Juice Bar down here at Mansfield. Down here at the Grove Juice, because the juice is loose, guys. Beetlejuice. Don't say it 3 times, but come down here and say it twice and win some tickets to Nova's Night at the Movies event screening coming up at Event Cinemas Carindale on Wednesday night.
Yeah, Michael Keaton is back. The iconic role of Beetlejuice. The juice is loose. It's at Event Cinemas September 5. We have someone who's just called through, actually. We'll leave Mitch to it. Go find Mitch.
Talk about quick out of the blocks.
Oh, yeah.
Donna out at Redcliffe. Hello.
Hi, how are you? I'm excited.
Were you listening to us or did someone give you a call?
No, I've been walking along the beach and I heard it.
Yeah, good.
The Nova player.
Yeah.
Well, Donna, your rent covered for a month.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. It's marvellous.
How good's that? It's a big one.
It's so good. It come in so handy.
What a nice way to start the day, listening to us on your headphones, walking along the beach at Redcliffe.
Yeah, on a Monday morning.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Nova. Thank you.
There we go. Only a few more mortgages to pay throughout this campaign of Ash Luttsy and Suse O'Neill's $100,000 pay your bills. So get them in at the Nova Player app and all those other bills as well. We want fun ones. We want to pay some holidays. We want to pay some
weddings.
Wedding dresses.
But it's nice to take care of, the rent for a whole month.
That's
You're
a
right.
big
That's
one.
a great way to start the week.
It sure is. Smarter Than Suze, $200 cash money up for grabs when we go again at 8 o'clock. Right here on Nova.
The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast.
Well, the Broncos petered out. They fizzled out, really, on... When was that, Saturday night?
I didn't see it because I was at Riverfire, but were they not good?
They just weren't in it. It was just sort of one-way traffic from the start. And then Mitch sent out that big text message either yesterday morning or it was late last night. I saw it yesterday morning. It was like a big explanation of how the Broncos can still make the finals.
But it's not.
But I think because Newcastle won yesterday, that's like it for Brisbane now. Like even if, a million different things happen, I think Broncos are definitely not going to be a part of finals footy.
Right.
Do they have more games? Is it more?
One more
game against Storm, isn't it?
This week.
And the Storm might rest all their players, you said.
Well, they probably will now. They've already won the minor premiership.
Okay.
So they'll finish first no matter what. So that is just like up to Craig Bellamy now. Buzz just made a good point, actually. I wonder what Brisbane will do, whether they'll give some youngsters a bit of a chance to see what they've got.
Where's that game on at?
Suncorp. Thursday night,
yep.
They've got some diehard fans, don't they? Because we're coming into Riverfire when they were going to watch the Broncos. They're like all families and kids, and it's like such a great day out I hope they were still as happy even though they didn't win.
It's a good crowd.
Well, I don't think that they would have
No, I
been.
wonder.
Yeah.
It's tough as well because it was an away game for the Broncos. So those people that went there, if they were members, and we got 60,000 members at the Broncos, they would have had to pay full price for their ticket. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So what becomes a big game this weekend is the Knights will take on the Dolphins, and the winner of that will probably get 8th place on the ladder.
And it's the last game of the season, technically, as well, so it couldn't have worked out any better.
So the Dolphins need a win to make the 8?
The Dolphins, and then whoever wins out of the Dolphins and the Knights this weekend will get that 8th spot on the ladder.
Oh, wow,
So
okay.
it's just like it's finals football a week early for both of those teams.
So Dolphins will finish above the Broncos.
Yep.
Well, they'll make the 8. Yeah, that's huge. And the Dolphins boys are pumped. They were down at the Devils yesterday. The Devils had a great win over Redcliffe first week of the finals in the local league. But the Dolphins obviously affiliated with North, so they were all down there and really confident about their chances in the finals if they get there.
Yeah, and well done to the Dolphins too. They get a week off now.
Yep.
And Jack Ahern, real stalwart legend.
North you meant.
From North.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won yesterday.
Yeah, you said good luck to the Dolphins.
Oh, sorry, to
the
North.
Devils.
But yeah, Jack Ahern yesterday became the most capped Devil in the Q Cup era, or the Queensland in that
Q Cup
in that era.
course,
So that's a fantastic effort. But yeah, that's it for the Bronx. They're done.
Oh, wow.
Is it? I don't know if Mitch is still there. Mitch, is there any possible scenario if results go the Bronx way where they can make the 8, or is it done and dusted
It
now?
requires draws, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Even at the Dolphins and Newcastle, they're 2 points ahead. If they'd have to get a draw, but even then, they'd still be 1 point ahead of the Bronx. So it's done and dusted.
Done.
Yeah. So my big equation, it was done within the first thing that needed to happen. Didn't work out.
Oh, well.
What would you rather lose there? They lost the grand final last year, or lose like this?
Grand final.
I'm not sure which one I'm left. I would probably.
Yeah.
There was more tears last year, I think, wasn't there? They get so close.
Oh,
it's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, we were this. We were this
home.
close to winning a grand
high-fiving.
final 12 months ago.
You know, the crazy thing is, the last 3 years, like last year and then the 2 years before that, the team who played Penrith in the grand final failed to make the 8 the next year.
Really?
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
What was the other team?
Rabbitohs and Parramatta.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a record, isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
And it speaks volumes for Penrith's consistency,
Yep.
their desire,
Yeah.
the fact that once you reach the top, the upper echelon, you've got to work even harder to stay there because it can so easily be taken away.
Mediocrity does not live here.
No.
Well, it does here, but I mean, not here.
The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast.
I was lucky enough to get an invite to the River Fire at the new Star Casino.
Beautiful, isn't it, the Star?
Oh, my God.
Were you up on the sky deck?
The sky deck.
Oh, my God, that looked... I saw one of Cliff's videos, your husband.
Yeah.
It looked like he was almost in the cockpit of that bloody plane.
Yeah, well, I'm going to talk about the planes. We weren't actually there for that. That was... I'm going to out Cliff.
Did he steal someone else's vision?
No.
That lying, cheating bugger.
Well, the only reason I say that is because my story is about seeing the planes, but not from the sky deck, because we were running late. Because I said to Cliff, I'm going to bring it up now. I wasn't going to talk about it.
Oh, no, Cliff, what have you done?
Cliff.
We're leaving at 4. We've got to be there at 5. We're leaving at 4.
It takes forever.
We caught the train, and he once he starts doing chores, you just can't stop him.
Was he pruning? What was he doing?
Oh, he was. I don't know. I don't want to talk about what he was doing.
Oh, no.
Well, what was he doing?
Well, that makes it sound very interesting.
He was sanding floors.
Oh, okay.
He's very talented. He can do everything.
You can't sand floors the day of River Fire.
I know. Anyway, so we got there. We finally got. We actually thought we were going to make it on time, but we got to the Neville Bonner walking bridge at about 5 o'clock. We had to be there at 5. It was shut, of course, for River Fire. So the new walkway that goes across.
Yeah, right.
So then we had to walk around Victoria Bridge. And so we were there when the planes went over, which is what I was about to say. The F1s went over at, I think, 5:25.
You were on that bridge.
I was in an Uber going over the William Jolly Bridge
at that time.
exact moment.
At that exact time. Those planes, I don't know if anyone was out there at South Bank. I saw
roar.
The sound of them was
terrifying.
Terrifying. We're actually saying, imagine, I don't know if you can
That's what I said. I said there's actually countries in the world where these planes are flying over and dropping bombs. Like, how terrifying is it?
Because you didn't know you couldn't think. The noise of them, you couldn't think. And then imagine not knowing where to run.
Oh, my God.
Everyone must have been thinking the same thing.
Yeah, well, isn't that weird that we both thought the same thing?
What about when they're going faster than the speed of sound too, and
yes.
You hear this thunderous noise, and then for the life of you, you cannot work out where it's coming from.
Yeah. It was a few times like that, wasn't it? It was like all this noise and everyone's heads are going around. But I reckon the planes are better than the fireworks. Honestly, the joy that I got from the planes, which thankfully we can see them as a spectacle, not as a
war.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can just appreciate them.
I know.
And the drivers of them, the pilots, they were so close to that Neville Bonner Bridge. It blew my mind. I was like, it's going to hit it. It's going to hit because it did a side turn, which is when the video that Cliff showed is actually on the sky deck and the planes went past.
Who took that?
The Star, a friend of mine.
It was very
David.
well done because it was in slow motion.
I think Cliff did that. Cliff changed the video. So
But his caption also said, I nearly blew the froth off my beer. Like, I was like, he must have been bad.
Now I feel bad. We were meant to be there watching it, so it's kind of okay.
We've just outed Cliff for being a liar.
You were standing your floor, buddy. You weren't even drinking.
I'll never trust him again.
So that's David's footage.
That's David's
He's my
footage.
friend as well.
Yeah, David, your friend. But they did that side turn right over the Brisbane River and then nearly hit the top of the Neville Bonner Bridge and then went around and then did a loop back around through the city, through the buildings, I'm sure, and left. It was unbelievable.
I got a mate of mine that we went through school together who ended up driving those things as a pilot. He went into those, and he reckons that when they're doing those type of things, that's not even tricky. It's not even that tricky.
Really?
For them. You know how it feels like they're dodging between high rises? Like that.
Isn't it that hard for them?
There's crazier stuff that they can actually
imagine being in the plane.
I can't even imagine it.
That would be.
But the all the people are out and about. I just want to say a big shout out to Brisbane. It was absolutely beautiful.
The fireworks were pretty stunning, I will say. I agree with them. I think that those drone things are really good.
I didn't see the drone thing.
Yeah, I only saw a little bit. Again, Nick Michael's getting a good run on the show today. He said he was amazed by the drones, unless he's making it up.
But that new Star precinct as well.
So that sky view, what
Sky
is it?
deck.
Is it good?
It was beautiful, yeah. It was like an open deck with a bar and
it looked
actually one of the highlights for me was Luke Kennedy singing In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins, and they had these drummers doing the drum of that song and the sunset behind it. But even down when we caught the elevator downstairs to leave, I felt like I was in I don't know, not in Brisbane, because I can picture that area, but I couldn't picture it. You know when you've been in Brisbane City in a place you've been to a lot of times, William Street.
Exactly.
But
It
then I
just
was
feels
like,
different.
Where am I? That's
what I was saying. If you got drunk, you could easily get in a cab and think you're on the Gold, somewhere else.
That is exactly what I thought. I thought, where am I?
Yeah.
I end up. So I'm so excited now for the Olympics even more. I'm not following any of. I've decided I'm not following any of the stadium talk until they decide where it's going to be, and then I'm going to get on board.
That's good point, Susan.
It's too hard to follow all the different
and it's pointless.
octopus legs that are going everywhere.
Yes. I agree. So wait till this. What do you mean after the election? You're going to get more into it again?
Yes.
Okay.
Octopus legs, which strangely enough is like one of the designs for a stadium.
Yes.
The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast.
Sorry, mate.
I can't see Buzz. He's got a crook back today, so his seat's really low. I just can't see you. You're not there. I saw the.
It's like Dickie Knees doing the paddling.
Yeah,
it actually is.
You know Dickie Knees?
Don't investigate one of my old references. It works out well.
Did you see I tried to Suse, I think you guys heard it off air before, saying about that crocodile in...
Oh, yes. Talk about that.
Because his mum's...
What happened in that crocodile thing?
Say it exactly how you said to me. It was so funny.
Yeah, so there's there's one of those boats where you look over the edge and they have the crocodiles and they dangle the food and there's crocodiles going, it's a 3 metre croc, fairly big.
Comes out of the water.
It's coming out and having a crack, and then all of a sudden there's this other croc there that they call the Dominator. They actually call him the Dominator, and he attacks the other croc
as the
croc's having a bite and a feed, putting on a show for the crowd.
Yeah,
the Dominator comes in and chomps on the croc, the 3 metre thing, takes it underwater, death rolls it, kills one of his own, and then pops his head up to the crowd again with the leg of the crocodile in its mouth.
Wow,
the Dominator.
Wow.
How good is that?
How big was the Dominator?
It must be like 5 metres or something. I think it's a big hua.
Because they're territorial. They've always got names like the big rodeo bulls, hey?
Yeah.
You know, the rodeo bulls have got names like that too.
Yeah, remember that? You had Chainsaw. Bromwell Bishop. Yeah, there's some big ones around at the time.
Oh, right.
But yeah, the Dominator.
That's a good name, isn't it?
It reminds me, I saw some footage today as well of a zoo, same sort of thing with a lion in the in the enclosure, but it was a big glass enclosure, and they had little kids at the glass, and showing the lions doing what they would do if they were out in the wild. And so that, you know, some there's all these different videos of footage. Some footage, the lions are like stalking the little kid walking up.
Oh God!
And then jumping in the glass. And then other ones are just like running from a distance, like you see them like cantering towards the glass, or little kids just going.
I've seen
behind
that,
the glass. Have you seen it?
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
lions
yeah.
just like jump up and then splat onto the glass. It's
Imagine the glass cracks.
The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than I'm smarter than Suse.
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Suse to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
All right, Abraham out of Eaton's Hill.
How we doing?
Yeah, what's going on, mate?
Oh, not too much. Rocked up to work.
What do you do?
I work as a health trainer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice and cruisy.
I think I need some help with my diet. You know, I'm trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to do it not through not eating, and I don't reckon it's working.
No, definitely still eat.
Yeah, I know.
It is a thing that we need to live, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't like. Yeah. You won't eat. I won't see you eat this morning.
I don't eat breakfast.
But then you'll go home and eat a tub of ice cream.
I've never eaten breakfast. What's that?
Then you'll go home and eat a tub of ice cream.
No, I'm not that bad.
That's his. That's his guilty.
It's all about portion control.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Ice cream's his guilty pleasure.
Yes.
Well, amongst others.
Ice cream is my wicked mistress. And I can't say no.
No, you can't. You can't say that.
I indulged last night, if I'm being honest.
No, well, it was Father's Day.
Yeah, I know. It's Father's Day. Give me a break. It says you went out to Sirame Winery yesterday for Father's Day. That sounds
Yeah. The wife put it all together, and it was a really nice day. It was hot, but it was a great day out for the kids, so it was good.
How good is
were you
that?
on the Tuscan Terrace? Where were you?
They did like a wines in the yard, so it's just like you just kind of found a place in the shade and just kind of set up, and then had a few wines and a few nibblies here and there. So it was good.
Nice. That's like the lavender thing.
It's beautiful out there. Yeah. They've got that lavender sort of thing.
Yes.
You walk through there.
So good.
No. I think the kids were too. They bought me all yard games for Father's Day, so they were too busy playing games and kind of having fun. So
all good. Hey, listen, let's get into it, Abraham. We're playing for $300 into the draw. BYD Atto 3. Yippee yo. Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what word represents the letter Y?
Yo-yo.
The Shark, Goliath, and the Super Nerd are characters on which quiz show?
Oh, God. Pass.
Who was the first Lord Mayor of Brisbane?
No idea.
What species of bird is the Fruit Loops mascot?
Toucan.
In military time, what time is 1800 hours?
6 p.m.
Stop the clock.
He did say pass
He did
on
say,
question 2.
Yeah,
so
he did. I was just come back to the old...
Yeah, that's right. I was trying to think about it. I can't remember it for the life of me.
Yeah. So
I watch it all the time.
We'll put you down for
you
used
watch
up
it.
all of the time.
Yeah,
you used up the clock there, Abraham. You're not being pantsed.
Yeah, all right, sweet. Happy with that.
Which is the good news. And Jeans has got the gift this morning. Yeah.
I could eat that Kim for lunch. Yeah, she dances on my tongue. Tastes like she might be the one. That Kim could never get enough. I could give her so much stuff from the kickback cave.
Oh, yes. She's good, Jean, isn't she?
Certainly is.
She's in Europe at the moment for a few weeks.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! I won't see anything like that again this year!
Okay, 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what word represents the letter Y?
Yellow.
The Shark, Goliath, and the Super Nerd are characters on which quiz show?
The Chaser.
Who was the first Lord Mayor of Brisbane?
Clem Jones.
What species of bird is the Fruit Loops mascot?
Toucan.
In military time, what time is 1800 hours?
6 o'clock. 6 p.m.
Stop the clock.
Oh, you're good.
Thank
So
you.
calm under pressure.
Sue's ahead on time.
Thank
4
you.
seconds.
4 seconds left on the clock there, Sue. So that puts you ahead of Abraham, who used up all of his time.
Abraham.
In the
I don't even know if Clem Jones is right, but that's a good get still. Very under pressure, you're very good.
Okay. Well, you want to start with that? The First Lord Mayor of
What do
Brisbane.
you want? What do you want?
I don't want nothing.
Okay.
You said Clem Jones. Abraham, that's the one. No, you didn't pass
I
me.
had no idea.
Yeah, no,
You said I don't know.
That's a tough one.
It is.
Well, I don't know if it's Clem Jones, maybe.
It'll be some bridge or something in
Clem
Brisbane.
Jones has
William
got
Jolly.
William
wow,
Jolly.
it's William Jolly.
You are very clever today, David.
Susan.
You're very smart.
But I didn't get it under pressure. That's why you knew. You didn't
William
either,
Jolly was the First Lord Mayor of Brisbane.
Was he?
But you
William
both
Jolly,
missed
eh?
that, so it's 0-0. We'll
Great
start
name.
with that first question. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what word represents the letter Y? I think we had yellow and yo-yo. They're both wrong. Yankee.
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 So
Should have known that.
The Shark, Goliath, and the Super Nerd are characters on which quiz show? Abraham passed on it. We didn't come back to it. Sue said the Chaser. It's the Chase, Australia.
yeah.
Now, do I accept that or not? I need a ruling. No.
The Chase is
Vicky Nee
completely
says no.
different.
I thought it was the Chaser, which is a quiz
The
show.
Chase is a different show.
Yeah, it is. It's a different show, so I can't give you that. So it's still 0-0.
I'm Team Abraham today.
Really? Oh,
Team
I
A.
thought she was on there.
What?
What?
I thought the Chaser was fine.
That's the Chase.
No,
it's the Chase.
The show's called The Chase. The Chaser is something different.
Is a satirical.
No, there you go.
Yeah.
Dudes, whatever they do.
Now,
I
what
meant the Chase.
species
I
of
meant the
bird is the Fruit Loops mascot? You both knew it was the toucan.
Toucan.
Yeah.
And that's correct.
We
So
must be similar age.
you're both on the board there. How old are you, mate?
33 this year.
Yep,
33.
same age.
Yeah, almost the same
Yeah,
age.
I didn't know
Same
they
age.
did ads for Fruit Loops anymore, that's all.
And then
I like a kid.
Yeah, me too. I'm the same age as Abraham.
in military time, what time is 1800 hours? You both said 6 p.m.
That's right, isn't it?
And that is correct. It's a 2-2
Something.
2-all draw.
all draw.
Yeah.
But Sue's got you on time, Abraham. She got you on time.
Oh, that's all right.
Sounds like you had a good Father's Day yesterday, though.
Oh, it was a great day.
Perfect weather for it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Beautiful.
All right, Luttsy's going in the cave. We had Luke
Hopefully it works.
McNew come in and fix the cave door for you, apparently, Luttsy. He came in. And obviously didn't work. Just get the cup again. Let's not drag this out any longer than it needs to be.
I saw Luke McNew come in as well.
Yeah.
I can vouch that he was here.
What did he do?
He went onto the desk for
Look,
ages.
the door's not working.
No.
Let's just give some
Must be an
price.
electrical fault.
I know what's in the cave, so I can give Abraham. Do you want to see the Bronx Storm on Thursday night, mate, or is that your thing or not?
Oh, yeah, that'd be sick.
Okay, I'll give you a family pass to that. So 4 tickets. That's this Thursday, September 5 at Suncorp, Broncos and Storm. I'll also give you a...
Give him some good-looking rooster.
Yeah, $100 good-looking rooster voucher. They're all on the north side, I think, too, Abe, so not too bad for Eatonsill. And it is, of course, the home of the world-famous Le Coq Salt.
Cox?
Le Coq Salt.
Salt.
Good-looking rooster, mate. It's delicious. Their salads are actually delicious.
Yeah, right.
I think you'll find
I've
one.
never heard of it.
No, mate, you'll check it out.
What a great advert.
Albion, there's, where else is there? It's out your way. There's a few out your way, actually.
Yeah, great,
on now too. And Milton, yeah.
Have a great day.
Good on you, Abram.
Yeah, brilliant. Cheers. Have a great day, guys.
There we go.
Bye.
The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.